Mindfulness is the practice of purposely bringing one's attention to the present moment with openness, curiosity, and without judgment. It involves consciously observing your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations as they arise, letting go of distractions and cultivating a state of relaxed yet focused awareness. Today, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how it can help you create a culture of innovation. Rise and shine, leaders. This is Glen, Guyton, your cultural futurist, equipping organizations with effective strategies to foster a culture of innovation, reduce workplace stress, and elevate team performance. It's time for our executive coffee break. I've got my beverage in hand. I hope you have yours too. They say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your workplace culture and your beverage. Leadership matters, so you might as well get good at it. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, I've had the privilege of doing a number of commencement exercises. I just finished a commencement exercise for a small college in Indiana. And one of my messages, my message was on mindfulness, basically. And I just shared a story about being thankful for where you are today and appreciating the achievements that you have along your journey. And after my presentation, I ran into a woman. She was probably in her late 70s, early 80s. She shared with me that my speech inspired her. And it inspired her because when she turned 52, she decided that she was going to learn a new skill each year. That's how she was going to celebrate this journey that she was on. And I thought that, hey, that's a wonderful thing. And it makes me think about innovation. Like, we are never personally too old to learn and to create and to do something new. And this woman, even though, again, she seemed to be in her late 70s or early 80s, she was going to keep innovating in her personal life. And I think that's just a wonderful attitude to have. And why can't that attitude translate to us in the workplace, that we're going to create something new, that we're going to think of new and exciting ways to go about our business, to go about our jobs. And we as leaders are key to making that happen, to create a culture of innovation. And part of that is just being mindful of who we are, what we bring, mindful of the values of our workplace. These things are really important. This mindset is really important as we seek to create a culture of innovation. If we want to have teams that are productive, teams that thrive, teams that want to stay together, employees that want to remain with our organizations, who believe in our missions and our value, we have to have a sense of mindfulness. And so we want to be focused in the workplace, but focused in a healthy way. There are times when we can just drive and push people, and it burns them out. We don't want to do that. We want to create healthy, sustainable growth in our workplaces. And I think mental well-being is a part of that. And mindfulness, the change in attitude is key. And I think it starts with leadership. It starts with you as a leader to bring these practices into the workplace. And there are different ways to do this, but I want to give you 5 tips as we think about mindfulness and how we can help you enhance your productivity with your teams and how we can create this culture of innovation. So, number 1, enhance focus and productivity. Mindfulness practices help individuals stay present and focus on the task at hand, reducing distractions and increasing productivity. This heightened focus can lead to better problem-solving abilities, creative thinking, and innovative ideas. And so we want to keep people focused on the priorities. And many times we can create these hostile, distracting, environments in the workplace where there are so many things going on that people can't focus on their work. So this is why mindfulness is really an important practice and why mental health is so important for us to pay attention to as leaders. Number two, improved emotional intelligence. Mindfulness cultivates emotional intelligence by increasing self-awareness and empathy. Team leaders who are more in tune with their own emotions and those of their team members can create a supportive and collaborative environment which fosters psychological safety and encourages individuals to express their ideas without fear. I know many workplaces, again, where people are stressed out. Uh, the leaders are unaware of how their behaviors translate down the line. They come in with a bad attitude, and then their team members have a bad attitude. So, again, mindfulness. We want to be focused on our mission, focused on caring for our team members so that we can get the best out of people. This is what this is about. It's not about being weak and too soft and too sensitive or not manly enough if you are a man. Some of these things that we think you have to do to climb the corporate ladder, we can be empathetic no matter how we identify ourselves, no matter what gender we are. Doesn't make you any less of a qualified male leader if you show empathy. It doesn't make you a weaker female leader if you show empathy, or however you identify yourself. Empathy is a strength. It's not relegated to your gender identity. And so we want to have good emotional intelligence and know how to treat people and know the things that will trigger our employees negatively and the things that also will strengthen them, that will make them more resilient, that will encourage them to be and do their best. Number three, increased openness to new perspectives. Living in the moment involves being receptive to new experiences and perspectives rather than being stuck in preconceived notions or habitual thought patterns. This openness can lead to a greater appreciation for diverse viewpoints and a willingness to consider unconventional ideas where these ideas are essential for fostering innovation. I like this part about increased openness, and this is some of this is about living in the moment. And I think that if we have a perspective on being an inclusive workforce, if we are thinking about diversifying our workforce, sometimes we hold too tight onto the past or to our own paradigms. It makes us resistant to change. But understanding the moment, judging people for who they are in the here and now, allows us to embrace new ideas and embrace new people in different ways. But if we're holding on to something so tightly that we can't let it go, if we're thinking about all of the other ramifications, it makes it harder for us to embrace new ideas. And so I like the openness that comes with this focus on mindfulness. So think about that. Number four, better decision making. Mindfulness helps individuals stay grounded in the present, reducing the influence of cognitive biases and emotional reactivity. This clarity of mind can lead to more thoughtful and well-informed decision making, which is crucial for identifying and implementing innovative solutions. And so we want to make better decisions. And I say this all the time: better leaders get better results. As a leader, I had the tendency of getting on what they call the hedonic treadmill, right? I'm always pushing for the next thing, never satisfied about what's going on here in the moment. I'm putting too many decisions on the table as a leader, and not really focus on the thing that we need to do right now. Now, again, strategically, we want to think about the future and think about the aspects of the future that will potentially cause disruption in our workplace or the future opportunities that we have. But we have to stay in the moment too and deal with the issues that are currently at hand, and we have to be focused on these things and not react in negative ways. Sometimes we can get caught off guard by the present. We all often think about these black swan events when chaos and all hell is breaking loose. But sometimes if we aren't prepared to deal with what's in the present, we can also be caught off guard. And we as leaders can make our employees' life a living hell. I don't know. Have you ever been there? You've been so uh, immersed in your own thoughts and so distracted that when a team member or someone that you're leading needs help, you just aren't there for them. You aren't focused, or you react in a negative way because you put so much pressure on yourself to get to the next thing, to do the latest and greatest, but you haven't taken care of the things that you need to take care of in the moment. And so this is why we practice mindfulness. Again, this doesn't prevent us from looking toward the future, but it does allow us to operate better here in the present. Number 5, stress reduction and well-being. Mindfulness practices have been shown to reduce stress and improve overall well-being. A team that is less stressed and more balanced is likely to be more creative, engaged, and open to exploring innovative approaches to challenges. By embracing mindfulness and living in the moment, team leaders can create an environment that is conducive to innovation, where individuals feel safe to express their ideas, are open to new perspectives, and can maintain a heightened focus and emotional intelligence necessary for creative problem solving. So again, this doesn't prevent us from thinking strategically, for looking toward the future, but sometimes we can get so far ahead of ourselves in the workplace that we forget to focus on the things that we need to do now, to be empathetic to the challenges that people are on our teams are having now, to deal with the problems and the roadblocks that we are experiencing now. So think about that. We can combine mindfulness with strategic foresight. And again, I always say that the decisions that we make today, shape the culture of tomorrow. So part of that is being present in the moment and knowing where you need to shift your attention in the future. All right. Hopefully that's helpful to you all. So let's not forget, better leaders get better results. So to every one of you leading the charge for a more supportive and engaging workplace, I leave you with this: stay bold, stay inspired, and remember that your actions today shape the culture of tomorrow. My name is Glen Guyton. You all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.